Alright, this VOD was submitted by, I guess, Curious Biscuit is the name here. Is in the Discord, his name is Not A-Squeaker. Right now, he's playing Kings Row, and it's a bronze level. So, we're not going to really be focusing on aim, unless it's horrendous, or really strategies employed. Most bronze players just don't really understand how the game works and the characters they choose within it. So we'll try to figure out what he doesn't understand about the game more than, like, is he using his ult properly, or if, you know, his aim is good, or is he getting the right comp, because none of that matters in bronze. Like, the reason you're in bronze is probably because you're not really understanding how the character you're picking fits within the game. So let's get started.
Anyone have a mic?
So,
Hey.
Did say like to play Tracer. You know, and like, you know, comp doesn't really matter in bronze. As long as you got a healer or tank, and then it doesn't really matter. Cause like, okay, so he switches to Mercy. He probably feels like they don't have enough healing. But you can't trust on your teammates in bronze to be doing the right thing. So you can't trust your healer to bail you out when you're taking lots of damage. You can't trust the tank to tank damage. You can't trust the DPS to be shooting the right targets. So really, you really got to work on yourself in bronze, and how you can make your character, whoever you choose, be better. So, okay, so they're holding really far up. It's unfortunate. I mean, I wouldn't be holding that far up, and you switch immediately off, so you probably don't feel like you can play Mercy that well.
who's on point?
Which is fine.
What's going on?
You still got a Moira, so you know, let the Moira do the
I'm
healing.
coming back to point.
You pick Hammond, which is a very new character in comp, so I'm not gonna have really much.
I need heals.
We're here. We're here. We're here.
Yeah, so I mean, you had your Moira right there. Again, like,
Just
like I
stand
said,
point.
you can't trust them to heal you, but
I need my heal.
you fell back way too far.
I get some heals. Anyone?
Oh, back to there. Good.
See, like, your mechanics with the characters seem okay. Like, you're doing the Mercy hop.
Junkrat, Moira.
You're doing the fling well with the hamster.
No, don't fall back.
But your healer was right there healing you. You just left. So that's probably like one of the things that you need. Like, if your healer's healing you, let her heal you. I don't know if you're missing that, like you're just not seeing it. That's like the things that you probably should be looking at. That swing was a little rough, but
Yep, good point.
Yeah, you fall back. You give
mechanics isn't the thing that's going to be holding me back in bronze. It's something else. It's something you're missing, which we're going to be trying to look out for.
I need heals. Going back to spawn.
Going back to spawn? So, yeah, this is like one of those things that you're not understanding. Your healer, I'm pretty sure, is still alive. You still had more than half your health. And if you're going back to spawn, are you going to change? Let's see what you... I mean, you still just stay and fight, because your team is fighting right now. And they need you. Whether you die, they need someone to be fighting with them. So right now, you're leaving your team to go back to spawn. If you needed health, there's a Mega in the room that you saw the Reaper grab, the Mini in the statue, the Mini in the hotel. There's a Mini you just passed by in bookstore, and there's a Mega right here to the right. So, I mean, I don't know let's see. There's a mini just past to the left. And you go just to heal. So yeah, like not understanding like you just took yourself out of the fight. Like they needed your help and you just left them. So that's one of the things that's going to keep you climbing, is knowing when you need to fight. When you need, like, I don't understand why you just ran away.
Trying to get on. Come on.
Yeah, and you had adaptive shield, so you still could have used. So setting fighting with your team like 6v6, you let them go 5v6, and then you went 1v6. So bronze, you know, just try to fight a 6v6. Doesn't really matter what the comp is, as long as you get a healer and a tank. And it looks like you switched to another tank, to the Orisa. So this is the third swap. This is also another problem. Ults win games. Ults wins games. So every time you switch, you're resetting your ult. The only reason to switch is if you're getting countered or you're switching to a character to counter the other team. And like pros stay on a character even if it's suboptimal because they have an ult. And those are usually transitional comps where they've won a point and they have a different strat for the second point, but they have some characters have ults. So some people switch who don't have ults, and the ones that do have ults stay, and they just try to get some value out of their ult, because ults will win you matches. Ults win games. It's just that simple. So just stick to a character and try to win with that character. There's no reason to really you can't climb out of bronze if you just stick to a character. Like, that's not going to hold you back. I mean, people one trick all the way up to GM, so. Don't really understand that pull. Like, you didn't even see anyone and just shooting at the payload. So you don't know where anyone is. You throw a pull. So this is not really understanding what your character does. So you put down the shield, which is fine, whatever, and you stand behind it, and then you just throw a pull. So do things purposefully of why you do things, even if it's might be a bad reason, or just throwing a pull just because is not a good reason to use it. And then you see, I guess Hanzo used a thing, and you just shoot at the payloads. You know, I'm pretty sure you know you can't shoot through the payload, so you're just wasting your ammo. You use fortify, it's fine.
Alright.
I mean, I assume in bronze your team's just gonna trickle. So
Junkrat's up front.
I mean, there's not much you can do about it, and their team's gonna trickle. I assume in bronze the fight's usually you won or lost either on first or near last.
Thank you for those heals. Even though I died, Moira's around there.
Okay, Moira. I'll get it.
Okay, you listen to a call, that's good. Again, you just throw in your orb because no reason. Okay, you heard the reason you finally did totally. You hear people to your right shooting. You know, so that's a good pull to make someone stay still, and then you shoot them in the head.
So Orisa, I got some heals, Orisa.
You know, even though that's not the only reason to use pull, if that's the only reason you use pull, you'll climb to like just pull someone and make them stand still so you can shoot them. You know, so the other pulls were just thrown at nothing, and that's one of the reasons why like you'll stay in bronze if you just don't understand the character and how it works within the game.
Alright, Junkrat's wasted his tire. Try to get on that payload, activate it, and push it back if you can.
So yeah, like I was saying, like bronze people don't understand how the game works. You don't activate the backtrack. As long as if the offense doesn't touch it within a certain amount of time, I don't know the exact time. It's like 10 to 15 seconds. It will start moving on its backwards on its own. So you don't need to activate it. You don't activate it going backwards.
I'm gonna switch to Hog.
Okay, so then there's another switch. So you still haven't used an ult yet, and the game's been going on for, I think, 4.5 minutes now, something like that. So you've gotten really low value out of all your characters because you haven't used it all.
Wow. I need heals.
Alright, we got this.
Okay, just keep holding it. Junkrat behind.
So you called the Junkrat,
Junkrat.
but you don't want to deal with it yourself.
They're all behind us.
So you called out the Junkrat, but we're focusing the D.Va. What your whole team was focusing. If you're worried about the Junkrat, especially as Hog, and they're flankers, Hog is really the one that's supposed to be dealing with flanks. But again, you know, it's whatever. I mean, it's bronze. It's not going to be the thing that's holding you back. That's not going to be a problem until like around gold. So let's just keep going, I guess.
Hanzo, Moira.
I'm like the only one alive. I got Mercy.
Really good hook.
I need heals. Okay. Molting.
You finally got no. You did it pretty quickly, I want to say.
Heals.
Maybe Hog is your character.
Widow, mid, Stoku.
So you were using left click or the alternate fire, but D.Va was not really well. Around here is when she's in range, but you got closer and you can see like it was kind of exploding around past her body, so it was just normal clicks with there. It did fine.
Stoku.
So it's like not understanding like the ranges of Hog's character. So those are the things that are going to keep you in bronze. If you don't understand like how far his hook goes or which fire you should be using, or that healing also does damage reduction. Those are the things you want to learn and get down.
Damn, how's that D.Va just fucking coming? Damn it.
Okay. Where's the power?
It just killed me again and bypassed everyone. Get up on the thing and press back again.
Okay, I need heals. Oh, fast. Okay. Fade.
Ouch.
Take out Mercy. Good job. Great job, Bastion.
There's a Widowmaker up top to the left.
Okay, I'm waiting for her to peek so I can hook her.
Good hook.
Got her.
See?
I got her.
So yeah, like the actual mechanics, you know, your aim or like that hook accuracy isn't really going to be holding you back, at least yet. It's not bronze level, or what I would say would be bronze level if that was holding you back. It's more of not understanding like the left click range and switching those characters. Like just pick your character, pick the one you're comfortable with, and stick with it. Because you didn't use your ult until they almost capped the whole thing, and you should at least have one ult before they steamroll you.
Someone please get on this thing and activate it. Push it back.
Okay, we are.
That's not how it works. It's not how it works at all. It just goes back on its own. It's already moving back. He's complaining that it's not moving back when it is. So that's kind of the things. That guy needs to understand how payloads work.
Pushing it back. Someone stay on it.
You just kind of like walked into that spam, so try to avoid that. You can see that the Junkrat grenades are coming at you, and you didn't avoid them.
Okay. Someone get Mercy. She's up top. Well,
What the fuck just happened there? 2 people just killed themselves. 3 people just killed themselves. Both your diva and their diva and the Reaper. Bronze is a weird place, man. Bronze is weird.
that happened.
Bronze are good.
Mercy's down. Okay, they're coming from the right here, straight up.
Okay, right?
So, this is going to be a little tip I'll just give you for Hog. You don't necessarily need it to climb out of bronze, but you did it there in the sense that the Hog that hooks second usually comes out on top. Usually. So, you want to, because no, you can't one-shot a Hog with Hog. If you're facing another Hog, wait for them to use a hook on you and then you hook them. And you can, and usually you'll shoot them, they'll hook you, they'll shoot you, you shoot, you'll hook, and then shoot again, and that should probably kill the Hog. If not, then the next shot will kill them. And you'll be at like half health.
The Hog's half. I have my ult. I'm ulting.
Cool, I got my ult too. Let's do it.
That was useless.
Well, you said you had your ult, so
Okay.
I actually wasn't useless.
Okay,
I got
that
3
was good.
kills.
Just, stay on the point.
4 kills.
My back cap.
So you're going back to prevent a back cap. Like, you can see her up here. See, this thing not understanding the game. Up here will tell you if they're back capping. It's not anywhere near their farthest push, so it's not like they'll get some extra meters that you'll have to push on attack. As long as you're thinking about it, like they could back cap, you can just stare up here and know if they are or not. And also on Kings Row especially, there's only one way in. Like, your team will see someone come in. The only person that might come through is Sombra, and somehow she'll get lucky and not get spotted out. But even then, once she decloaks, you can see right here that she's pushing it. So it's good that you're thinking about it, because those will get back cap, but you don't need to be on the payload to prevent a back cap. You can just look up right up top here.
You gotta stand the point.
Good, thanks.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah, so yeah, you realize that was dumb. You're just standing there doing nothing, so you're gonna just actually fight.
Good job.
Cheers.
Should we go dive?
Yep.
Okay. Good.
I'll go Tracer and I'll hit point, and then when they all try to get me, if they don't kill me, I'm gonna run way back further to try to draw them back.
Could you play Winston? I have 57 hours on Tracer. So I'm sort of a Tracer main. If you can play Winston, that would be great.
I can play anyone. I can't play Winston though.
Okay.
I mean, I can, but I don't want to. You want to play Tracer?
Let's just keep Winston. You can play Tracer.
Alright.
Good.
So you're trying to deploy strategies that I don't think you could fully understand. So dive works. Like, Winston has low damage, so if Winston dives alone, he's going to get wrecked. And the reason dive is so effective is because you quickly get onto a character you call out that's probably discorded. The Winston is, shooting with his Tesla cannon. The Tracer's on, the Diva's on, and probably, some second DPS like a Genji. So you quickly delete one character and quickly make it a 6v5. And it requires really good coordination. So I wouldn't be calling out, hey, let's go dive in bronze. I mean, I don't even call it out because I don't trust my teammates at all, ever, even in diamond, to pull off dive. So I highly doubt in bronze, you, the diva, the tracer will all jump on the same character.
Still an okay Winston.
I'm looking forward to working with you.
You don't need to worry about like comps and strategies too much.
Alright, looks like we got a Reaper. And that room straight up to the right.
How many hours do you have in Tracer?
I have no idea. I got a gold gun though.
Me too. You're probably better Tracer. You're silver. I'm only bronze. Crap. No, back.
So you should probably work on your awareness, which is something that's hard to work on. It's because people just say open your eyes, and I've been a person that just misses things completely, but you just completely missed that diva that's just shooting you in the face. You saw the Reaper obviously, but the diva was on the bus and just shooting you. And it looked like you didn't even see her.
Over here. Whoever gets the first kill wins. Okay, okay. Diva Nomad? No Diva?
Alright, I have them confused. They're about to be pushed back.
I'm getting Bastion. Job.
Lucio's on full.
Just Bastion is trying to stall, and Lucio also. Okay.
So did you just forget about the Bastion? Well, I mean, you didn't, because you said the Bastion is trying to stall, and so is Lucio, but when you were attacking the Bastion, you just left him. So it seems like the things that go off your screen just completely get forgotten. Better awareness, I guess. I have no trick to make you better aware of what's going on. Just try to keep track of people, I guess.
Bastion behind. Got Bastion.
And it's not like you did, like you knew he was there, so this is really weird that you called him out. You're talking about him, but you just left him. So something about is detached between you thinking about someone and you attacking them.
Okay, I'm getting Soldier. No Soldier.
Don't worry, I got
Everyone heal up.
Oh no. Good job. Okay, getting Soldier.
Soldier Lucio up front.
Or Soldier. Probably just need one. Okay, got Soldier, but Bastion got me. We got the first point, so I'll switch to Hog.
Yeah, I'm switching to Zenyatta again.
So yeah, this is what I was talking about, switching. So you got value out of your ult. You got the Soldier, and now you're switching. So that's good. That's how you should probably play if you are going to switch a character. If you have an ult, or just don't switch so much, because I mean you were never near an ult. You know, and you kept changing for. I mean, I don't know what reason. You felt like you weren't getting it done on some character. So in bronze, just pick the character you're comfortable with, and stick with it, because team comp doesn't matter. Who counters who really doesn't matter. Positioning not too much matters. Just fight as 6 people and shove it in the face of the other 6 people. Let's just continue. I'll talk about it later. You definitely have a better Hog than Winston, at least of what I saw.
I'm flanking around
Flank Hog's not bad.
to the train station.
Okay, well, now you're going on a weird flank. Like, this is too much of out of the way. When you flank, you you don't want to be out of the fight too long. I mean, so either you start your flank in between fights, or if you're going to flank during a fight, you have to do a quick flank. So you should have gone through the alley by the side of where the mega is, and not completely around here. Because by the time you get out this door, you'll probably have already won the fight. Your team has killed 3 people, and there's going to be like no one here for you to kill.
Riptide ready to roll. Payload's moving out. Keep it covered.
Your team had already
Doing
cleaned
really
up
good
by
with
the time you got
that.
out of the subway.
Okay, I'm just...
So, I mean, this is again not knowing really what's going on. You're at full health and you just drink. The only time you'd probably do that is if like a Diva Bomb is coming at you, or Junkrat Riptire, because it has damage reduction. So there's really no reason. Your healers had you. Now it's going to go on cooldown. That's just one of the things you should probably be paying attention to. I mean, you used your hook on a shield, so now like the Diva Bomb broke his barrier, so then you could hook. So. So you do know
I
it
got a
does
Reinhardt
damage the
and a
reduction,
Bastion
and
and a Diva
you survive completely a Diva Bomb with
So
just
they're
your drink.
tanked up.
I'll give him my next ult and then I'll switch Wrecking Ball. That cap. I'm not hitting my hook.
Nice push.
Good job.
I'm on fire.
I'm ulting. Good job. GG.
So, you know, your mechanics aren't bad. You just don't know the characters you pick very well, or what their optimal. I guess you don't need to know they're optimal, but how they work, or even how the payload works. So that's probably what's keeping you in bronze. You know, eventually it'll be things like positioning and your ult usage, but that's like trying to fix that is you don't even know, like, the payload doesn't move back, will move back on its own. So you need to not go back to spawn when you need healing, unless you're already like at spawn. Know when you should drink, I guess, or not switch characters so much. Just pick a solid characters and just learn them. Just understand them and how they fit within the game. Alright, so we'll move on to the next one. Alright, so we're still same guy, but we're going to Junkertown now. Let's see what he can do.
Man, 2 DPS. Come on, guys. Okay.
Okay, I'll go.
Can we get
for it.
one more healer?
Okay, there. Got you.
Yeah, that's what I like to see.
We have a great
Enemy is
team
either
now.
shield tank. Enemy is either shield tank. Go, go.
Okay, okay.
I don't know why we have a Bastion attack, but let's just leave it.
This is a weird fucking setup, but it's fine. We're gonna roll with it, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, would you guys know how to roll with the right setup?
Liking that new armor Papa made for you.
So,
You heard that, Marcos?
I was talking to.
on bronze,
Yeah.
I wouldn't care too much about
Also,
comp.
Bachi's like
Like I
that's
said,
fucking weird.
you just go with a healer, a tank, with some DPS. If you want more healers or more tanks, it doesn't really matter about the setup. It's not going to be what's holding you back.
Okay,
What did he say before you see?
nothing.
Hey, Bastion can come on top. What's that, Bastion?
You're going to try Mercy again. Last time you were on it for what, 30 seconds? So maybe we'll get
They
some more
have a
information on how
Pharaoh.
you play
That's a
Mercy.
doofus. They have a doofus. Widow.
Oh, Widow's gonna try to pick us off. I already know that for sure.
Doofus, Widow.
Okay, Pirate Trip on
Genji.
the flanker.
Doofus, Widow, Genji.
Top.
Because your mic is too loud. It's way too loud.
Hello?
Is my mic sound good?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, okay.
I'm
So,
going for the Genji. Genji's with me.
Hammond,
I'm
go-
getting on easy
go
pick on
around.
Genji.
go around.
Oh, Marcos, Doofus. Oh my god.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
okay, we got first pick.
I got fisted the fuck out of me, dude.
That Widow,
I'm
get
gonna
Widow.
play him in.
I got Widowmaker. I got Widowmaker.
Good.
I'm going for this Reinhardt. Oh,
Oh,
let's go. I redirected him. Let's go.
Okay, okay.
I got him. I got him.
I mean,
I'm
Yeah.
healing,
Let's
topping
go.
off.
I don't know. Like, are you going to do that the entire time? Obviously, that was fine because he was the last one alive on his team. So shooting at him as Mercy, you really don't have to worry about. You know, that could easily be BM in like Diamond and above. But you know, there are times to pull out your pistol as Mercy. Just hope you don't neglect healing
Yo,
or the
Ham,
right
stay with
damage
me.
boost. Because of
Let's
it.
stick together.
Okay, I'm just gonna stand back. Actually, no, I'm staying with the team. Hammond and back.
Yeah. They're not regrouping. I don't.
So I mean, you were trying to decide if you were going to stay back or be with the team. Mercy's beam is really long. You know, you can stay pretty far back, and then you have Guardian Angel. So if you do get pressured in the back, you can fly to your team. For the most part, I try to stay away from my team as Mercy, and then if I get pressured, you go to your team and ask for help. In bronze, I wouldn't expect anyone to one clip you in the back. So you can just stay farther back and use your beam. So that's how I would probably play the Mercy in bronze. It's just heal my team, damage boost the Bastion, and yeah, just be a heal bot basically. Climb.
I don't know why. That's just dumb.
Probably.
I mean, you took out your pistol again. I guess again, it's bronze. But if you think this is how Mercy should be played, then you're playing it wrong. Unless you're somehow just some smurf and you're just BMing like hell.
Yeah, team.
Miss.
Okay, good. So, Farah. Okay, I see Farah. I'm gonna try. Okay,
So yeah, you taking out that Pharah, it's very unlikely. Right now, your team probably needs your healing more than you shooting at the Pharah. So you flew, you got stuck on the other side. You should be looking to try to get back to your team to heal them. So it's not really understanding like your role within the team. You're the healer, so their team's really relying on you to be that healer. And you have DPS to be the shooters.
getting
Be
Farah.
careful. Don't face there. Be careful. Come here. Come here.
Nah,
I healed you and he didn't. Oh my god. I couldn't heal you in time. My bad.
It's good. We're winning anyway.
no, you're
Wait,
not.
fall back. Stay at spawn. Stay at spawn.
Come here, Junkrat. I got you. I got
Stay at
Junkrat.
spawn. Up.
Okay, yeah. Come back.
And okay, we
Fall
can
back.
go now.
You needed a goddess?
I need someone to get that file. That's all I need. I'm getting fucking feasted, man. Oh my god,
Okay.
it's fine.
I'm not gonna res you. That's way too risky. And there's
Yeah.
one here. There.
There's one.
Now I can go. Go ready for res.
Back in
Here.
the fight.
Good. Okay, stay in the circle with your armor.
So let's push. Let's push
Push,
this.
push.
Be careful. Separate. Doofus behind us. Doofus.
So you're pushing up too far. You know, you can just stay behind your tanks. Your Orissa's behind you. Your Hammond
All the armor.
is behind
Let's push,
you.
let's push.
So your healers are trying to lead the charge, which sometimes as I do play, I'm like, guys, go forward, but just say go forward. Let's push instead of trying to do it yourself as mercy.
Let's push
Push,
this.
push, push.
Be careful. Separate, separate. Doofus behind us, Doofus behind us. Guys, come on.
Crap, crap. They're on mine.
Throw, don't throw.
So I mean, I don't know what you're doing here. Your team is in the middle of a fight right now, and you pulled out your pistol and started shooting at mines and then ran away. I don't know if you're getting nervous or something, but your team needs your healing beam right now, and at the most, like at now, they need it. And you decide now is the time to run away.
Where's the Doomfist? I'm gonna get him.
And it's not your job. You gotta understand the characters. Like, you taking out a Doomfist as mercy is very unlikely, but your Doomfist getting a kill because you're not healing them is more likely to happen because you're looking for the Doomfist, or he's just gonna find you and win. So, just stick with your team. If you're mercy, stick with your team and heal. You know, now I'm not gonna tell you the damage boost, the right targets, to even go for like the right reses. It's just at bronze, just stick with your team and heal.
Oh, Diva doesn't die. What the fuck?
Okay, okay. Oh,
Be careful, be careful.
um.
Behind my
build
shield,
up.
behind my shield. What the fuck? Okay, go, guys. It's fine.
So again, you're still shooting. Someone's at critical health. Like right now, that person. It's better that this Orisa stays alive more than you shooting. And in fact, if you healed this Orisa, you would get your ult. So heal, please. Please heal. Is what I'd be saying. Like, please just heal.
Actually, just rest. Go, yeah.
Okay, I golf, but I'm saving it.
I think so. Yeah.
You just got this. Come on.
Someone else may tank.
Yeah, again, you didn't realize your res was on cooldown. Drop
If you
res
play,
on
if you play, can play the Bridget, Lucas. I'll go tank.
Yeah, I'll play Bridget.
Yeah, I'm falling back. These shits, I'm gonna die. I am so dead.
I'm gonna switch.
I am so dead. Okay, yeah, I'll switch.
We
Go,
need
go.
her, we need her.
Okay, okay. Resing.
I'm playing Reinhardt.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm
Sorry,
gonna go.
having a little video
everyone
issue.
Go spawn and group up for me, and then I'll pop Valk.
Your Valk is gonna be really
Stay
helpful
spawned.
because it has chain healing.
Yeah, I'm
Get
coming,
tapped
I'm
off.
coming this one.
I wanna go Doofus so I can
Hangman,
get that
get back.
Doofus.
Going Roadhog.
Come back, Hangland. Okay, push in.
Okay, we have
push
to
in.
go, we have
now,
to go.
now. Go, go, go.
It's a little early. Whatever.
Damage boost. Okay, okay, you're gonna tap
Come on,
off.
get one.
I'm taking out Farah.
I'm getting.
Alright, so like I said, I'd be more of a heal bot for my team because the amount of the damage boost you do to your team, chain heals, will do so much more damage than whatever you do to this Farah. I'm not saying that, like, you know, sometimes you can see like Neptuno or someone take out a Farah when they're in Valk mode because you don't have to reload, you can fly around very easily, but at this stage I would be more helping out my team and trying to make sure they do a good job because, you know, Neptuno can trust his team and he knows when he can and can't do it. I don't think you know when you can and cannot do this, and right now I'm pretty sure you cannot do this. This was probably not a good time to do it.
Getting destroyed.
Okay, okay. Get on payload. Payload. Go on top part
Got
of
him.
payload.
I need help. No,
Okay, okay.
fucking
Someone
hell.
else stay on the payload.
I'm trying, I'm trying.
Anyone? Roadhog on.
I'm trying, I'm trying. I'm dead.
Okay, people in the Overwatch League can do this, so we can too.
Weird logic, but I like the positivity because you could win this. You can win this. You know?
Now we need a
Someone else
bash.
like-
At all levels, doesn't matter if
I'm
you're in
playing
bronze
DPS.
or you're playing in the pros. You
Oh,
can
yeah,
win
Tracer.
Got it.
any
I'm gonna
match.
go
57 hour Tracer main.
I want to try to get this Doofus real quick.
Hey, come on.
Okay, 2 tanks.
Tank.
So we finally get to see a Tracer play. This guy's been saying how
Don't you like-
he really likes Tracer, so finally get to see it.
If you could get like this is already. Oh my god.
Dude, we don't need a bash.
You need like a Roadhog or a Racer.
Yeah, Ursa. That's good. Someone else go Ursa.
Lucas, go Orisa, please, dude.
Well, I suppose I'd be catching
I'm not sure I get this Doofus off Twitch. This Doofus is really stopping us from pushing.
Okay, actually, go up by the bridge right here with Mercy. That would be like a GM tip I saw in a video. Like going
So
over here.
again, like I understand. It's good that you're thinking about that, about strats to play, because I mean, you said you were what 14. At 14, I was just fucking playing Call of Duty 1 and just shooting people in the head, and that had no online, whatever. So it's good that you're thinking about strats, because I mean, whatever game comes after this, you might become a god at it, because no one at your age is thinking, oh, what strats should I be playing? How should I be doing this? But right now, like in bronze, you know, it's good. Like I said, you're good. It's good that you're thinking about it, but you need to also think, why are they doing that? Why do they stay up there? So yes, I have teams that love to stay up here, but we have a shield tank, either a Nissa or a Rhine. And personally, I don't even like staying up here 'cause I don't trust my DPS to shoot better than their DPS. And I like hanging around the corner over there, but besides the strats, like, you don't understand why teams like doing this. As a Tracer, your range is not up here. You don't want to be up here. No Tracer is holding up here. They're going to be hiding either on the left or the right and trying to get a cheeky pick. There's no tank to be had up here. You know, people standing up here would be a Rhine, a Diva, an Orisa, you know, with a soldier, and then the healer can stay up there because their team's up there. But I wouldn't stay up there as Mercy if no one else is staying up there, or I don't have a shield tank up here. So you don't really need to worry about what strats are played, because that's beyond your level right now. You should be just worrying about, what can I do as Tracer? How can I be effective as Tracer? And to do that, you have to know, you know, you can hide in this little cubby right here, and when you see them start pushing the payload, you can come up behind them and shoot them in the back. You know, do stuff like that. It'd be way more effective than standing up here shooting at a shield, I assume, something like that.
On Junkertown.
Once the mission starts, no more messing around.
Actually, everyone else go up there with a shield tank.
Okay,
Right?
so
No, we don't have shield tank.
You're hiding over here now.
Ash
So.
and- yeah,
It's a little
already
close
happening.
because you can easily be spotted,
need
and they can
that.
they
Why is
saw
Bastion
you do
playing
that.
Bastion if we don't even have a shield
I would have
tank
been hiding in
anyway?
that room.
This is so dumb.
Yeah, we should be up there. I'm just gonna be
Lucas,
hiding.
come up here. Lucas, come up here.
Yeah, as Tracer, you're usually not with the
Okay.
team.
You know. Sca-
I mean,
Wait, maybe I should
you work with the
Sombra.
team, but you're not physically in the same
Stab
location as
Aberdeen.
the team.
Okay.
Alright, focusing down the
Whatever you're
Mercy.
good at.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty good at Tracer. But Tracer,
Tracer,
I mean, Genji down.
A little overcorrection.
Oh
You're-
my god, I'm
Down.
getting concentrated. Behind us, behind us.
You might have.
Behind
Down.
us.
Hammond down.
Let's see. Let's
Why-
continue
why
watching
did you-
before I
I'm-
say
I'm
your
almost
sensitivity
dying,
is too high. It might have been just a fluke.
Okay. Wait, I want to go take out that widow, but I have no way to get up to her. I need heals, I need
Yeah,
heals.
so, I mean, this is the one time I'm probably going to talk about positioning, because this is just ridiculous. Look how many red things are in front of you. As Tracer, you want to be at the side of them shooting you. If they turn to you, you run away. This right here, better aim people will just destroy you. Because, I mean, you are basically the first thing they see and right by their spawn. So you be a little more flanky, I guess, as Tracer. You did it great at the beginning. You were right by the side. You saw that no one was looking at you. You took them out. But right here, going straight up the gut, as Tracer is not going to work.
Heals, getting focused.
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
Back behind the payload, just fall back.
So yeah, instead
I'm with you.
of hanging out up here, You see the Widow sniping, you will be one shot easily. So stick to the sides, stick to the flanks. You know, go back and forth, whatever ones you feel like will work this time, and keep harassing them from the side. That's your job as tracers. You know, you don't have to do everything. You don't have to be the tank, the healer, and the DPS. Just know what Tracer's good at and exploit the hell out of it against bronze players.
Bastion, take out that.
Who are you?
Me, I'm
So
with
again,
Bastion.
you're
Right?
just right here in the open. That Widow is under no threat at all, and she's a bronze player, so maybe if she only hits 1 in 10 shots, but you're standing there letting her take those 10 shots. So you can just easily be to the side where she can't hit you.
And I'm healing you.
I really.
And then you're a little too close because they can shoot you from in there. If they were smarter, they could stay further back and they'd be invincible and can shoot you. So being this close to the doors is usually not good unless you're already like killed 4 of them and you're chasing them back into spawn. But right now they're regrouping, and I would be hiding in the building waiting for their next push.
Need to take out.
You got Tracer.
Okay, I need to fall back. I need to get my.
So you just one instance you're super aggressive, and now you want to fall back this far. Sounds like you get like these a weird, like I get these alarms in my head too, but I've tuned them to be mostly correct. Yeah, and they're not always correct, but it seems like you're getting these little alarm bells in your head, like I shouldn't be doing this, or I need to fall back, and they're not really tuned correctly. Like, yes, you need to fall back, but now you're falling way back, just right here, just in this little building right here, or in this building right here. You're fine. You're fine. Your team is here. Everyone's up. You already killed 2. You're still up.
Thanks.
And,
Office 1, the guard office.
Okay, someone go up there by Widow. She is wrecking us.
and then like I said, awareness. What kill has Widow gotten? How? What? Even though I said that you should respect her, calling out things that don't exist. Just play smart, I guess. Against this Widow, just don't let her get an easy shot, because I don't think she can hit the hard shots.
Gloria's ult. She used ult.
Tell Genji.
I pulse.
I'm waiting for my abilities.
Got Doom.
Fuck, I can't get that.
I'm healing you in Bastion. I'm healing
I'm
Bastion.
gonna.
Listen, Marcos, I need you.
Okay,
Left side,
I
I'm
need
coming.
heal.
Left side. Me. Diva with me. Diva
Okay,
right there,
okay,
Lucas. Right there.
take out
You have to
Mercy.
protect me.
Your tracer is pretty good. I'm not gonna say that you need to be better in the sense of aiming, but you did not really shoot at the head.
Left side, I'm
need
You
coming.
heal.
shot center of mass, which again, it's not in bronze. It doesn't really matter. But you really like tracer, so maybe try aiming for the head. Hammond's head hitbox is pretty big. It's not ginormous like Winston's or anything, but you just kind of shot center of mass.
Miss. Diva with me. Diva
Okay,
right there,
okay,
Lucas. Right there.
take out
You have to
Mercy.
protect me.
And that aiming was your sensitivity might be a little high.
Diva with me. Diva
Okay,
right
okay,
there, Lucas.
I'm
Right there.
take out
You have to
Mercy.
protect
Kind
me.
of overcorrecting and shooting at
I'm
nothing.
trying. Lucas, come to me. Come on. Let's go.
Okay. Go around. No. Take out.
I'll try to rest
good,
with
it's good.
Bastion. I mean,
crap.
Bastion.
Crap. Okay,
Oh my
I
god,
need to
Diva's
take out that
concentrating on
Mercy.
me.
I need to take out that Mercy.
So
Mercy
yeah.
down.
that was 2 great instances of aiming with 1 bad sandwiched in. So let's watch that again.
Bastion. I mean,
crap.
Bastion.
Right here on the Mercy. So that was great tracking. You followed her down.
Okay,
Oh my
I
god.
She flies away and you just fire. So maybe a little more patience. Try to acquire your target first and then fire. Because right now you're shooting a wall. You're shooting a wall.
Diva's
Take out that
concentrating on
Mercy.
me.
You try to acquire her, and so you could have turned, blinked, and then started this right here.
Need to take out that Mercy.
Boom. So once you've acquired your target, your aim is pretty good. But acquiring your target seems to be your trouble. So a little patience, acquire your target, and fire.
Mercy down.
So you're trying to find your target while shooting, and you're just throwing bullets all over the place.
No.
I'm saving my pulse from
That
Mercy.
widow's not like a bag. She's spamming. She doesn't know how to play.
Why did you? So you've wasted now all your resources. You've just rewound for no reason whatsoever. I have no idea why, but as long as you stay back, you should be fine. You might have to worry about that meteor strike.
I should have spamming.
Where? Okay, Diva. I'm getting Diva.
That was ambitious.
Or Bastion.
Didn't get anyone.
Where is Bastion?
I
Please use
need my
ulti.
heals.
Switch.
I need heals.
Come here.
now.
So, I mean, you had a Mega right behind you, where you're saying I need heals. Tracer should not be at all relying on her. Tracer should not at all be relying on her healers for heals. It's great when you get it. You shouldn't rely on it. You should know where the health packs are on maps and work around those. You were pretty. You're fine. You again, another bell kind of went off in your head, like I'm dying here. You are at 99 health, at 150, at a Mega right behind you, and then you just started blinking away, not really firing at anyone, and you blinked across them. So you could have easily been picked off. You could have blinked around the back of here if you felt like you needed to back off, but you just went the main path where they were all just firing at you, and luckily you only took 30 damage.
Fall back. Fall.
Oh, nope, never mind,
Widow
you
got
get
me.
sniped.
I got
And then
ya.
we're also at the back.
Okay, good. Fall back.
Oh my god, Doomfist.
Okay, wait.
Not my abilities. Oh, this is all we.
Someone
This is
have
all we.
ult. And okay, Lucio, you might have to use ult.
You're Genji.
We can still win
I
that.
just focus on your own ult
Only a
usage
minute
and how to
Oh,
use
I'm
it
so lucky.
in bronze.
Okay.
Again, it's not bad that you're trying to think of how ults work and who should be ulting now and who should be saving ult, but right now just work on your character and how it works within the game first before you start thinking about how we're gonna combo ults or when Lucio should ult, because he's learning how to do it himself, and just let him figure that out more. Just stick to your tracer play and try to make yourself effective.
I'm gonna try my best to carry.
Genji.
Crap.
Go for the mercy. Go for the mercy, guys. Go concentrate
okay.
on the mercy.
Okay. I am. Where is she?
Got the cooker.
Where is she?
Oh my god, bro. I just
Okay,
need.
I'm concentrating on Mercy. No one else is. Okay, wait. Where's
I need
Mercy?
shields.
Oh my god, we don't.
So, someone called Mercy, which is a fine target, but you're just passing up target after target trying to find the Mercy. This is an instance where I just ignore my teammate and just do what you think you should be attacking, or at least be attacking something. You haven't fired your gun at all. I mean, how much damage have you put out in the last 30 seconds?
Make it on the back.
So, I feel like maybe anxiety might be a little problem with you, is that you're feeling overwhelmed at times. So you just have to work through that. It's just game after game, getting used to the game. And if someone's just, you don't always have to listen to someone calling out a target. You don't always have to, especially in bronze. I mean, if you guys all focus on something, that's great. That is great. But you have to also recognize when someone's just saying something and there's no way for you to follow up on it.
Dude.
Okay.
Taco's gonna get healed,
Okay, I'm
please.
gonna go.
So right now you're dancing all over the payload. You probably feel like, oh man, I need to be killing people. I need to be stalling this payload. I need to be specifically killing the Mercy. And as Tracer, you're one of the last people to stall a payload. You know, sometimes you're the first one to stop it, and then you back out while your tank comes in. So right now, as Tracer, don't worry about stalling payload. Just pick someone off. Go up here and kill this Widowmaker. Go over there and kill that baby Diva. You know, you don't need to be dancing all around this payload trying to catch the Mercy.
Yeah. Okay. Oh crap.
Specifically because it's stressing you out. Like you're you're doing worse because of it. So just focus on staying on the flanks and getting those picks.
Guys, I'm getting concentrated.
Okay. Doom overextended.
I can't. Oh my god, I can't. The diva is getting pocketed by the Mercy.
Okay.
And, oh my god, man.
Okay, just
Yeah, so
how many?
that guy, I would just start now. Like, I would really just stop ignoring this guy. I mean, start ignoring this guy. This guy is tilting. He's getting upset. It's not your fault. It's just ignore him and try to do your best, because there's going to be people out there that's going to be giving out shit advice, especially when they're tilted, and it's something you should just ignore.
Okay.
It's fine, guys. We got this. We got this.
Come on. No, someone on the point.
Just hold it, guys.
Bastion now. Bastion. Yes. Doom. Go. Yes. Come on. We can get this.
Hold it. Hold it.
Hold. No one. Get off. Oh,
Come on, Lucas.
Stay on. Okay. I'm on. I'm better.
Let's go.
Okay. Someone stay on.
So yeah, you're doing the problem like where you think everyone has to do it. As Tracer, stay on the edges and attack a target on the edges. You don't need to be at the front, because you're going to get melted at 150 health.
Oh, what? No. Anyone.
I'm on.
Okay.
I'm
How
trying.
many are on? How many are on?
Me and Lucas, and I got fucking destroyed by
Okay,
Ham.
Lucio, get on.
Oh, I was there for the longest time.
Same. I was healing you, Lucas. That's why.
Okay. I'm here.
I'm trying.
Crap. Widowing back. Just
I'm about to get out again. Just hold it.
okay. I can really use the roll right now. I'm at okay.
Lucio
I'm at
could use
19
ult.
HP.
Oh, Lucio
Come
could use ult.
on. Yes. Good job. Yes. Great job.
Let's go, boys.
Let's
GG.
go. GG.
What?
Let's go.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
Alright, so, I mean, you asked me to write these things 1 through 10, but I mean, I don't see how I really could. It's a bronze level game, and people are not really understanding how the game works. So your aim was fine. It doesn't really need. That's not your first priority. I would, if I were you, pick 4 characters. Pick 4 characters you want to learn. One of them being a tank. I would suggest Roadhog, because that looked like you were pretty good at it. Then 2 DPS, so the Tracer is fine, and then preferably a projectile hero like a Junkrat or a Mei or some other slightly different type of hero, and then a healer. I don't know if Mercy is the best for you. Maybe you should try Zen, but pick 4 characters and learn them inside out. Understand what it means to play that hero. You know, the healer is healing, and they're usually farther back. They're trying to stay alive, and they're trying to keep their team alive. The DPS is trying to do damage, and each DPS has their own style of how to play. Tracer is going to be more flanky, and then the Roadhog, he's kind of like a DPS, but you're doing pretty good at him. So understand his hook range and when you should be using which firing at. So good luck in your future games, and I hope this helped.